declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant. This is the uniparty for the American people watching.
Gentlelady will suspend.
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene was booed on Wednesday after trying and failing to remove House Speaker Mike Johnson. Fun. She finally pulled the trigger on her long-awaited motion to vacate, and it did not go very well. In fact, looked like it backfired in her face. According to reports, the House fell out of order after Greene brought the motion forward. Punchbowl News founder Jake Sherman reported that most of the chamber did not take her effort seriously, and that over half of all lawmakers were engaged in loud conversation while she was attempting to speak. She was even heckled during her speech.
Develop and grow our majority by building upon our resources and expanding.
That was somebody yelling, "The House is out of order." Yes, indeed. Following her speech, a vote to table Greene's effort had passed on Wednesday by a 359 to 43 vote. Yes, to table it, that means it's never going to come back. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Or as Trump would say,
bing, 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 boom, it's gone.
11 Republicans and 32 Democrats joined her effort to vacate Johnson, while 7 Democrats voted present. Obviously, not enough to remove the speaker. What a disaster. Hilarious. Look, I am no fan of Mike Johnson. I got major problems with him. But this is funny. This is absolutely hilarious. I mean, Republicans are ripping her apart, and I'm here for it. Some examples. Republican North Dakota Representative Kelly Armstrong told CNN congressional correspondent Manu Raju that Greene's effort was the congressional version of a temper tantrum. Republican South Dakota Representative Dusty Johnson described the motion as a dumpster fire. We know that this motion is not going to do one thing to make America stronger. It's not going to do one thing to deliver a conservative majority, Johnson told reporters. What you have here are some of the mainstream members who are the adults, and we're going to do what adults do. We're going to ignore the tantrums and instead work to actually govern this country. Now, of course, governing to Republicans is basically doing nothing than giving defense contractors and wealthy people everything that they could possibly want. So it's not like this is a win or anything, but it is a loss for Greene, and that's funny. And look, Greene even lost former President Donald Trump. He had responded to Greene's motion to vacate in a post on Truth Social.
Truth Central.
Writing that he absolutely loves Greene. House Republicans are not in position of voting on a motion to vacate right now. Quote, "We are leading in the presidential polls by a lot. Likewise, we're doing well in the Senate, and I believe we'll do well in the House. But if we show disunity, which will be portrayed as chaos, it will negatively affect everything. Johnson is a good man who's trying very hard. Very, very hard." Yes, of course. Now, translation, Trump sees this as bad for his re-election chances if the party, it causes chaos and doesn't get anything done. And look, the election may be his only chance to avoid prison, okay? Winning the election. So if there's anything that gets in the way of that goal, he's not going to be in favor of it, right? Even though he doesn't want to fund Ukraine, obviously, he doesn't want the DOJ to be funded. And why do I bring that up? It's because of one of Marjorie Greene's demands in removing or from Speaker Johnson is to defund the DOJ special counsel investigation into Trump. She said, well, look, if Mike Johnson agrees to defund that, then I'll drop my motion to vacate. Now, obviously, that's a ridiculous ask, and so he didn't do it. That said, he doesn't really need to help Donald Trump. I mean, 2 of the cases involving the DOJ when it comes to Trump are now delayed until after the election. One is a result of Judge Eileen Cannon, the other the result of the Supreme Court deciding on immunity. And so Trump, he doesn't really feel threatened by those other 2 cases now. And so his focus is going to be on winning the election so that when he becomes president, he'll just be able to make those disappear. So he's not worried about it. And like I said before, if the Republicans are in chaos because of, vacating another speaker, that's going to make the party look bad in these upcoming elections, make them look like they can't govern, which they can't. But again, we're talking about optics here. And so that could possibly lead to Republicans not winning in these elections. So Trump, hey, he's actually playing the long game, which is kind of smart. I know, very strange, right?
And then they say, is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
He may be an idiot in a lot of things, but he's actually playing the politics kind of intelligently, strangely enough. And maybe it's the desperation, that has seeped into his brain that he finally understands, like, I have to delay everything until after the election or else I am absolutely screwed. And so Greene, her doing this motion to vacate would have gotten in the way of that, right? So Greene, by the way, she is throwing a tantrum. That's what she is doing. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to further radicalize Greene against the rest of her party, which will both alienate her from her colleagues, which is fine, and then lead her to becoming even more of a headache to other Republicans, which is also fine. Hey, Marjorie Greene, if you want to declare war on the Republican Party, have at it. Have fun. And I hope you take some of them down with you.